it seems like almost every new TV show or movie, or like half of them or something like that, it's let's put some really, relatively good-looking people in a room and have them mostly die and, compete against each other not to die and be rich all at the same time. I mean, I'm all here for it. I love those kinds of shows. The question on the table, though, is which of those do we think we could do the best in? There's a lot of options out there, Grant. There's the Hunger Games. There are lots of weapons. If you're especially good at fighting, there's only 23 other people to beat. That's pretty good. I mean, I don't hate that, but you got to kill people. Well, it isn't like you have to outlast them. You actually have to kill at least one person, if not a bunch.
We'll have Jones tell us what the options are, all right? And we'll settle which one we would be the best at surviving, I guess, because we're not going to do it based on, like, how much money we are likely to make, our expected value based on this game and the competition, because there's some that are going to be clearly better than others, I think. We're talking about the good-looking people locked in the room. Are you talking about the old guy from season 1 of Squid Game? That guy? Is that the guy you're talking about?
Is he? Oh, he's not good-looking because he's old?
No, for his age.
Okay, Grant.
For his age, he looks fantastic. So that's why
he does. So
that's why he was the first one that came to mind, and that's why I bring him up.
I guess I misread that situation.
I guess you did.
So you're kind of into it. You're kind of into it, I guess. My bad. I didn't know.
Didn't it turn out that guy, the actor in real life, was like a scam artist or something? He did something bad, I think.
I mean, I don't know.
We're gonna have to look that up, or else I'm gonna get sued for libel. Oh well.
Great. But if we look it up, no matter what the truth is, you're
if we look it up and it's like,
libel,
this guy actually donates all of his money to charity and everybody loves him, then he won't sue us because he's so nice.
Listen, you have a lot of room here, though, because you can, like, when I said the old guy, I meant this guy, not that guy. Like, there's a bunch of old guys, and what is old anyway? We're all old souls. I meant the old soul, not the old, you got a lot of room here. You're going to be fine.
Yeah. Well, why don't we start with the OG, The Running Man, which Jones has brought to us, because they're remaking The Running Man with frickin' Glen Powell, because he's in everything now, right? Like,
don't be angry.
They just put Glen Powell in everything.
Glen Powell cook.
They're just like, oh,
let
look,
him cook.
It's a movie. Let's put Glen Powell in it. He's basically a person. Like, let's just put him in it. He, I guess, acts. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know what this is.
This is my anti-Glen Powell rant. I'm sorry if Glen Powell's a really nice guy, just like the old guy in Squid Game. By the way, not a person that I'm saying specifically any single person, but one of the old guys, of course.
One of the older guys.
I think Glen Powell does not deserve the moment he's having. He's overrated.
Wow.
He's not very good actor.
Come on.
His charm is maybe at like 20 to 40% of his ilk of actors, where he's supposed to be like the charming guy, like in the mold of Ryan Gosling or maybe even Robert Downey Jr. or George Clooney. He's not even close as far as the charm. The charm offensive doesn't work on me with him. When I see Ryan Gosling charming the audience on the screen, I'm charmed. When I see Glen Powell on the screen trying to be like, hey, wink, wink, I'm Glen Powell, I'm like, fuck off, Glen Powell. I'm tired of you. Go back to Top Gun Maverick and never come back. That's what I say to Glen Powell. Somebody else deserves this moment.
That's great.
It should have been Riz Ahmed instead. He's good. He's a good actor. Like
he is good.
That's what should have happened.
I agree.
Sound of Metal is amazing.
That's a good point.
He's so good in that movie.
It is. He is.
So anyway, Glen Powell.
He's great in that movie.
I'm not going to see the new Running Man because they cast the guy they're not supposed to cast. They should have cast Riz Ahmed. That's what they should have done.
Okay, I wish they had cast Riz Ahmed too. I think he's great. And Sound of Metal is an awesome movie, and probably very few people have seen it or know what we're talking about. I think it's on Amazon Prime, at least in the U.S. Check it out. No sponsor, by the way. Just saying. But I will say this: Glen Powell's barely having a moment. It isn't like everyone's like, "We love Glen Powell." Glen Powell,
he's in everything.
Made a movie with Sydney Sweeney.
He's Kevin Harding it. He's getting cast in everything.
Yes, right. No, this is what happens. You make a movie that is a surprise hit. And then you agree to everything you can immediately. You make as much money as you can in a shorter period of time as you can because you don't know what's going to happen, and mostly it doesn't work out. The same thing is happening to Sydney Sweeney literally right now as we're speaking. She's made so many movies since their unexpected rom-com, which was called, I keep wanting to say Nobody Wants This, but that's the Netflix show. But it's Anybody But You. That's the name of it.
I never saw it.
Yeah. And like that movie did so well that they both got offered a million things. They both just said yes to everything. And basically none of these things have hit. Glen Powell's been, I think, more successful than Sydney Sweeney. Her movie, Christie, literally just came out 3 days ago. It is one of the biggest bombs of all time for like opening weekend. She has really not been able to neither of them have been able to show that they are movie stars. By the way, I think there's a whole argument about, which is probably not for this show, that there aren't any movie stars anymore. Almost no one can bring people and put them in the seats. It's not really about that. Some people are more charming than others. Some people lend a gravitas or like a stamp of approval to a certain movie. Like if Robert Downey Jr. is in a movie, you're like, oh, that must be like people are taking it seriously. Like the studio's taking it seriously. You know, I should at least consider it.
Yeah.
But that's different than I got to see it because he's in it, right? The Rock is the only guy left, I think, who like can guarantee a certain amount of box office just by being in it. Although that didn't help the Smashing Machine. That's for sure.
Well, they didn't want him
are
to
there even movie
wear
stars?
all those prosthetic
I don't know.
facial features. That's what they didn't want. They want to see the true Rock. They need to see the true Rock.
Apparently. I think you're right, but I'm excited to see that.
Nobody wants to see Glen Powell. Everybody's like, why isn't Ryan Gosling doing this instead? That would have been so much better.
There's only so much Ryan Gosling to go around.
Okay.
That's why, okay?
Yeah.
Let Ryan Gosling have his time and to himself a little bit. It's not fair to Ryan, okay?
Okay.
And Ryan Reynolds, by the way, is way too busy making commercials, selling vodka,
Ryan Reynolds
being
is way
Deadpool
too
once
busy
every 7
also.
years.
I have my own opinions about Ryan Reynolds too. Maybe I should.
No. He's the same in every movie. That's fair. But he's funny and he's charming. Anyway,
He is charming.
Let's get back to the real.
He is charming.
He is charming.
Yeah.
But it's the same. No, that's got to be your opinion, right? Is he's exactly the same in every movie?
Yeah,
no matter
he's
what
always
the
just
movie?
like this, like wink at the camera, sarcastic guy. Like he's like a more energetic Jim from The Office. Is basically every movie.
I would say even the content of his humor is basically the same no matter what character he's playing. He makes the same jokes. And they're funny jokes, so it works. But as an actor, it's not really, he's not nailing that part of it. But, he's a perfect Deadpool. What are you going to do? You got to take it. You just got to take it.
I don't know. Deadpool.
We need someone to fill that role.
Deadpool and Wolverine kind of sucked on ass.
Oh, come on.
That was an ass suck.
You're such a baby.
That was
Did you like the first two Deadpools?
Yeah, it was just gore porn. That whole movie was gore porn. It's like, oh, two guys who can't die. Let's have them stab each other 1 billion times over the course of 20 minutes. Who gives a shit?
No, that wasn't what it was. They were making jokes throughout the times they were stabbing, and the jokes were funny.
No, they weren't.
That's what it was. It was all a vehicle for Ryan.
You know what?
Reynolds
I wish
to say
it was
funny
Glen
things.
Powell getting stabbed in that movie instead.
I know. All right, let's focus.
Okay.
So, what are the rules of the Running Man? Because I don't know the rules of the Running Man anymore. I read the book long ago, and I saw the movie, the original movie with Schwarzenegger, but those are not the actual rules of the Running Man. I know they co-opted it and turned it into a completely different game. So, producer Chris, what indeed are the rules of the Running Man?
Well, the Running Man you are a convicted criminal, likely sentenced already to death, but you have at least a life sentence in prison. And you can elect to take part in this game show called The Running Man, where you are sent down into a pit, which is like an obstacle course that is full of these like bounty hunters, who all have like a special gimmick. Like one has a flamethrower, one has a whatever.
This is not.
They chase
This
you
is not
and
at
kill
all,
you.
dude. This is not that. That's the plot of the original movie. That is not the actual plot of The Running Man. That's completely wrong.
Is it the plot of the new Running Man movie though?
No, it's not.
Oh,
it's not the plot of the new Running Man. Is the plot is the same as the Stephen King book about it, which is some version of the entire city is trying to kill you. They have 30 days to do it, and there are not bounty hunters, and there are no gimmicks. It's a complete. How do you not know this? You're the producer.
All right, so maybe we're doing the OG
guy,
one
this
then.
fucking guy.
I thought you were asking about the OG one.
I said, okay, what are the rules of the new Running Man? Do you know or not? Do you know?
I don't know. It's not out yet.
He doesn't know. Oh my God.
That was very Seinfeldian.
It's not bounty hunters.
That was very Seinfeldian the way you said he doesn't know. It's like, he doesn't know. How can he know? Yeah.
Okay. All right. I guess we can use the movie with Schwarzenegger. I guess that's not really topical.
I'd rather
to
watch
the movie that's actually
Schwarzenegger
coming
than
out
Glen
in a few
fucking
days.
Powell anyway, so let's use the Schwarzenegger one.
All right, fine. There are specialized bounty hunters who are trying to kill you, basically,
And you're
right? And how much
convicted-
time do they have to do it?
So I can't remember perfectly, but Schwarzenegger was probably like an expert killer in his own right in the movie, I would guess, whereas I would not be. No?
He's not. He wasn't.
No,
Chris. Chris,
he's
apparently
just-
you just watched this movie.
Like
so
yesterday.
He's
fresh in the-
he's just an everyday prisoner who has lifted a lot of weights.
Okay. All right.
Every fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger movie is supposed to be like a small, normal guy. That's like the point, right? Total Recall. The whole point is he's supposed to be Woody Allen. He's not supposed to be Arnold Schwarzenegger in Total Recall, you know? Like, you're not supposed to think he could beat anybody up, but then it turns out he's a fucking spy and he didn't even know it himself and he's so good at everything. That's the premise. And instead they're like, let's put the guy who everyone knows is, by the way, is huge and everyone thinks of as the action hero.
At least he was well cast in Jingle All the Way. You know.
He was, and Twins.
And Sinbad, by the way, was the perfect antagonist. The perfect antagonist. You know that.
I never saw Jingle All the Way.
What?
I can't really say. All right. So
do you hate joy?
So okay. So the Running Man is but the question is, how do you win the Running Man, Chris? Do you kill everyone? Is it a certain amount of time? What happens?
You have to escape this like maze obstacle course where all these people are chasing after you.
And then you get your freedom and you get a financial reward as well?
Yes. You get freedom and financial rewards.
Like a big financial reward, right? Like you're rich.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like no longer in prison and lots of money.
All right. I'm probably not going to pick that one. I'm going to get fucking wrecked in that one. That's going to be hard.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, these are the bounty hunters are trained killers with like special weapons and stuff like that.
They have like poison darts.
That is not
and
a
shit.
good spot.
Like I'm not trained in combat. I don't know how to go through a city battlefield and escape all of these trained killers. There's almost a 0% chance I'm picking this one.
Yeah.
I don't think I can pick
I
this
agree. Like, just thinking about the Hunger Games just for a second, like there's 24 of us, but like some of those are like 9-year-old kids who don't know what the hell they're doing there. Like you're gonna have no problem taking.
But you're
those
gonna
kids
have to
out,
kill
right?
a 9-year-old kid then.
That's the deal.
Seems like you're fine with that.
What are you gonna
Seems
do?
like you're totally fine with that.
When you're in that situation, I think everyone is like that's survival kicks in.
Sometimes
right?
you might want to say to yourself, you know what? I'm 54 years old. And my life has been pretty good so far. And this is a 9-year-old with their whole life ahead of him. Maybe I, Jonathan Levy, should lay on the sword. Maybe that's what you should do in the Hunger Games.
Maybe that's what you should do because some of us fight for every blade of grass no matter what, buddy. Okay. And that's right. And that's what I would be doing. So you put me in the Hunger Games. I'm not there to make sure the child wins, the good child wins. I'm there to win and win big, baby. I'm there to get someone to eat the poison berries. Get two other people to get confused and attack each other and think they've betrayed each other when I'm the one who said it, but stuff like that, and I just sit back and watch them kill each other. Like, of course that's what you do.
So we're going to do this as an either or, and we'll find out which one ends up on top, right?
Okay.
So we've talked about Running Man.
Right.
We both think that we're going to get fucking wrecked in Running Man. I typically agree with you. Hunger Games is going to be very difficult. 1 in 24 chance. Yeah. Let's assume, it's probably
tough.
A little bit better than 1 in 24 as a full-grown adult, where there are some 9-year-olds involved. But it's not. But there's also going to be like somebody who's super good who takes away a lot of the equity, right? There's going to be like there's Katniss Everdeen who can like shoot arrows from a billion miles away, and then you're in trouble.
Well, there's like at least 4 people who are going to be in pretty much every Hunger Games who are volunteers,
right?
Who their whole lives they were training for this, so they're really good at it and they've got plans and they know what they're going to do. And we're probably going to lose to them almost always, but still, I think we're going to do better than we do in the Running Man.
I think we'll do better than the Running Man, but I think
agree.
our equity is probably less than 1 in 24 when I think about it, due to the trained killers who are at the top.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. But Running Man, like we have like 0% chance almost, like less than 1%.
Yeah,
we probably have 1% at least in Hunger Games.
Yeah, there's some
adult,
like accidental
right?
stuff could happen, or they could kill each other, or we could like wait it out. We could figure something out. We have a chance at least. Whereas like bounty hunters in a cityscape, I don't think we have a chance.
There's no target on your back either in the Hunger Games. Like they would not go after you for a while because unless it's an easy kill, because there's no point.
Yeah.
Like they're not worried about you, right? They have to worry about each other much more than they have to worry about you for a long time. So that's good.
All right, Jones, put it on the screen. We got Running Man at the bottom. Hunger Games is overtaken. Hunger Games is currently going to be winning as far as what we would choose to do in one of these scenarios. What's the next one? What's the next offering here?
Squid Game.
Squid Game. How many players play Squid Game? Like
456, I think. Mm-hmm. Roughly like $400 million goes to the amount, however many winners there are, they would split it up, right? And there are opportunities, I think, throughout the game, at least in later games, where you can, like later seasons, where you can stop at any point and split the money. I think in the first season you can't. You have to go to the end. But then they literally vote after every game if they want to keep going or not. So I think if you have that,
ooh, I didn't know that part.
It's hard not to be interested in Squid Game.
I only saw season. Well, you have to be now. This is actually both you and I have this skill set compared to all of the fighting and evading skill sets that we don't have. we are relatively convincing in conversation. So at least we would have a chance in these like chop negotiations to survive. Like right after the first one, where we have like a 50-50 shot of dying, probably, right? It's like half the people die in the first one.
Yeah.
And so that's not bad compared to the other ones that we've talked about so far. If we have a 50-50 shot, but you have to convince everybody to chop, and there's going to be some psychos in there, right?
You don't have to convince
it's a
everyone.
vote?
No, you just have to a majority. It's just a majority vote.
Oh, then,
that's all it is.
Then I think we have a reasonable chance to convince a chop. Anyway.
All right, Squid Game's number one.
All right, so far, Squid Game with a chop is our number one choice so far.
Squid Game without a chop, I put below the Hunger
Me
Games,
too.
I think.
Me too,
I think
but
it's too hard.
we're going
There's too
with
many
the
people.
chop.
Okay.
What's next?
We shouldn't call it a chop. It's
All
confusing.
right, so
Yeah,
this is
for
a
the
new
deal.
Netflix show that's coming out in a couple weeks called Last Samurai Standing, and this is set in 1800s Japan. It's fictional. There are 100 people who are secret samurai. They have necklaces, and you have to basically collect all their necklaces. And when you do, you are the ultimate winner. But you obviously nobody knows that you are this secret samurai, so you can like kind of hide the fact that you are that
necklace out.
Right. Right.
Do you have to kill them to get the necklace, or can you just steal the necklace?
I think you can. I think you have to kill them to get the necklace.
Oh, so you have to kill 99 dudes who are samurai? That's the question?
No, that one.
It's that or try and kill 9-year-olds? Kill like 15 9-year-olds who are not prepared for
I
fighting?
think this one is below
Those are my
I
options?
think this is below the Running Man. I think this is the very bottom. Like actual
is
trained samurai. There's
really
99 trained samurai in 1800s Japan when those dudes were fighting all the fucking time. They're just coming off like huge shogunate wars all over the place. And they're just ready to go, and they're just like super samurai. And I'm a fucking guy from 2025 who has the internet. Like, what am I gonna do? I don't have the internet in the scenario. Obviously, I'm transported back to 1868, so I probably get fucking cholera because my body's not used to all the diseases that they had back then. I didn't even think about that. That's a fucking problem. We got all the diseases we're gonna have to contend with.
I mean, we're going to die of syphilis.
Yeah.
Forget about the samurai.
Yeah, because
getting
we
to
are
us.
going to town, baby. That's might as well. We're gonna get killed by a samurai.
Woo-hoo!
Yeah.
I mean, really, might as well live. What's there to be afraid of
Yeah.
at this point? You know, give me the most VD possible, like the cheapest one. Yeah, this has got to be the worst thing ever, right?
Yeah,
this
is a no.
great. This is a Running Man times like a million.
Yeah.
If like there's 99 of them, and they're actively looking for you. Just like oh my God, that sounds very challenging.
All right. Well, how about this one? Because you talked about talking, and you may have a skill in that. How about the 2015 movie Circle?
Okay, you're gonna have to explain that because
Oh.
Jonathan and I have both seen and enjoyed that movie, but I think that's not like the most popular movie of all time. I think the budget was about $8. So
I don't think we should let Chris explain it. Chris is going to talk about the movie Circle from the 80s version of it, where it's completely different, apparently. There's like bounty hunters, and they have cool gimmicks, you know? I think we should explain it, damn it. Like, there's 100 people in a room, right?
It's not 100.
They are...
It's 50.
It's 50, thank you very
maybe
much.
Jones
There's
should
50 people in
explain
the
it.
room.
It sounds like he's on top of this
He's
one.
doing great. He's doing great helping, okay?
Let's let
That's
Jones
what he is.
let's give Jones a chance. This is his role. This is his
Okay.
job. He's just in the corner. He's all sad. Look at him. Let him talk.
All right.
All right. There's 50 people in a circle in a room, and they have to try to decide which one of them is going to die together.
Okay, but wait, they have to do that every like minute.
Yes.
Right.
Right. So slowly but surely until there's only one left.
Right.
That's it. And they vote on it.
Yeah.
Basically each time. Okay. All right. So this is a chance to convince people. And in fact, in the movie, there's a fast talker who actually does do very, very well. I don't want to give away the ending. Does very, very well. Just being smooth and like getting further than they otherwise would have. Right. So you can sort of talk your way through this potentially.
By the way, this is a movie that
But-
people should go watch because it's pretty fun.
Oh, it's so good. It's so fun.
And I haven't seen it since it came out, basically. But remind me, is this like an amnesia situation where the people don't know like how they got here or who they are?
Right.
Or they know who they are, but
They know who they are.
but not how they got here.
They don't know how they got there. They're just like, "What are we doing?" And then someone dies pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh my!" And they sort of quickly figure out, 3-5 minutes in, oh, every minute or so, somebody gets electrocuted, and it turns out we can vote. And here's how we can vote. They sort of put it together, and then they start voting and deciding who they should kill each time.
Yeah.
it's weird because they're like, let's kill the oldest one. But it's like, well, it really should be who's going to live, not who's going to die next, right? But they have to vote on who's going to die. So that's what they're doing, which makes sense.
Yeah.
I think this is tough. This is a tough one.
I mean,
I don't know.
I'm not that smooth of a talker that
No
like
way.
I'm going to have a good chance with 50 people. That's going to be tough, you know? Like
To be the last person standing seems so hard.
Yeah.
So unbelievably hard.
All right, I'm not going to
Yeah.
personally I'm not putting this above Squid Game with a deal. I think Squid Game with a deal is still a better option.
I mean, Squid Game with the deal is probably going to win always because it means there's a chance to get out with a 50%. There's like a 50% chance of getting out and getting paid, right?
Yeah.
It's hard to come up with better than that. Squid Game without a deal, which feels like a little more fair when we're comparing it to these other situations. If let's just say for a second we throw out Squid Game with a deal, because I think that's just always going to win.
Yeah.
Whatever else Jones throws at us. Without that, what's your number one? Where like basically only one person makes it most of the time. Or maybe two people, but like
I think I probably have a better
much
chance in
different
Circle than I do in Hunger Games, but it's between those two for me. What about you?
I think those are probably the best. I think I prefer the Hunger Games because I could try to like hide out, let a lot of people kill each other, take out the weak when they're not looking, and then
Just like you
and
like.
then maybe you get it down to like 2 or 3 people. And one of the good things with the Hunger Games is the game master themselves is also actively trying to kill you at times and create problems that are absolutely lethal. So you might be able to wait out even the really strong players getting killed by the game itself.
That's true.
Rather than you having to kill them. Like that seems more likely to me than winning Circle, even though Circle you're in theory are 2%, which is pretty good and probably better. I just think you're going to be a ruined person no matter what with these things, but I think you're less ruined with
I don't
Hunger
know if I
Games.
agree
really
about the
do.
ruined part.
For me.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
what about the
All right.
long walk?
Yeah, the last one, Long Walk.
all right. So Jonathan, you know more about this one, so you explain the Long Walk.
Yeah. I just rewatched the movie, or I just saw the movie. I guess it just came out. I'd read the book too. So the long walk is basically from every state, there's one volunteer, and they start, and you have to walk at a certain speed. I think it's 3 miles an hour, 4 miles an hour, something like that. You can go below that speed. As soon as you go below that speed, you get a warning. I think your fourth warning, you get shot in the head. And if you go an hour, they eliminate one of your warnings and you sort of get one back. So basically, if you slow down 4 times in less than 4 hours, you're now in real jeopardy and could be dead. And 4 times in less than an hour, you're dead. So you don't stop until there's only one player left. So you just have to keep walking. So in theory, you're walking for days.
So it's the same initial odds as Circle because there's 50 players.
Yes. Now this is a physical thing. Now these are people who chose to be here, but they're all kids. And actually, in the original book, I think they're like 11-year-olds, but in the movie, they're like 16 and 17-years-olds because I think they don't want to shoot 11-year-olds in the head constantly.
16 and 17-year-olds are going to be
It made
way
it
harder
better.
to beat than 11-year-olds at walking.
I know. I think we could beat an 11-year. I'd have a shot at probably we'd lose even to some 11-year-olds, some really fit 11-year-olds.
Yeah.
But we got no chance against like teenagers who know what they're doing and like chose to be here.
Yeah.
Like we got no chance.
No.
Like we're too old for that. They're gonna kill. We're gonna die. I'd rather take my shot in the Hunger Games than I would in the long walk, I think, because I think I always lose in the long walk. I can't walk for 5 days. I just can't do it, right?
Yeah, I think you're right. All right. So
How long do you think you could walk if you were going to if you had to keep at 4 miles per hour?
I'm not
So
sure
it's like
about
15 minutes
I'm not sure about
a
the pace,
mile.
but like I'm in relatively good cardio shape, and I
Sure.
have done a decent amount of hiking in my life. Like I've done 12-hour hikes, but with a lot of elevation gain and stuff like that. I wasn't going 4 miles per hour the whole time, that's for sure, but that was due to going up and down. But I bet I could maintain that for, I don't know. I really like sleeping. So that's going to be an issue for me. Like the getting tired thing is going to be an issue for me. But I could probably go for at least 24 hours and not die, I would think.
Yeah. I think if you had shotguns trained on me, I think I could do 24 hours on a flat surface that's going straight.
Yeah.
But any injury screws you. By the way, you're going to have at times, like sometimes the players have to stop and just take a crap in the middle of the road, and that's one of their warnings. Or sometimes 2 or 3 of their warnings, depending on how that goes, Someone could push you over, and then that's a warning for them, but that's going to slow you down too. And if you've already got 2 warnings or 3 warnings, you just get shot. Like there's other things that happen beyond just how long can I walk before I get tired, which are problematic. Like you twist your ankle, you're just screwed. Your knees start to hurt, you're really screwed. It's a tough one.
Yeah.
It's tough, and it goes on and on and on.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pick that one.
I don't think I could do that one either. I think, again, I do better in the Hunger Games. Certainly better in the Squid Game with deals, but I think better in the Hunger Games. Maybe even better in normal Squid Game, honestly, than The Long Walk against 16-year-olds. Again, anytime I'm competing against the 10-year-olds, though, I feel like I got a real chance. So I will take any of these games against 10-year-olds and feel like I'm going to win this thing at least a good amount of the time.
That really is
an
really equity increaser, playing against children.
Yeah.
It helps a lot.
I know.
Just quick as did you like that movie, The Long Walk? Was it good?
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
It wasn't amazing. It could. A lot of people liked it a lot more than I did. I didn't feel I could connect with the character, so I didn't care as much as I should. But a lot of people did not have that experience. I know. So one of my good friends loved it. It's at least interesting and compelling for sure.
All right. Well, I think that's all of them, right, Jones?
Oh, yeah, that's all I got.
So we're taking collectively Squid Game with a deal if it's on the table. If it's not on the table, then it's between the Hunger Games and Circle, it looks like. And you are picking the Hunger Games, and I'm picking Circle.
I'm going Hunger Games.
I'm going Circle.
Yeah, I'm going Hunger Games for sure. Like, you're going to get a lot of people who aren't really up for the Hunger Games and don't want to be there, but have been forced to be there, aren't planning on it. And Circle is, I mean, it's going to be either one of those is really tough to survive.
Yeah. Jones, are you in agreement with us, or did you have a different winner that you would choose if you were in this situation?
I mean, I like the chop. I mean, if you can chop, then you don't have to be the last survivor. So, yeah, if we have a chop available, I'm taking Squid Game. If the chop is not available, I might go with the samurai.
What?
I like
You fool!
Right. So we've sniffed out. See, that was all a test, buddy. We sniffed you out. We now know a lot about our producer, don't we?
Yeah. He thinks he's a samurai. He thinks maybe Jones is a samurai.
Oh no.
Maybe we don't know about his physical prowess. He might be an elite swords person. We don't know.
I think he's thinking he's going to show up and they're just going to be like, "You are the master now."
Oh my god.
No, I like the secret. I like the secret thing, like hiding in the shadows. Nobody knows. That's. I think.
How are you going to kill? How are you going to kill any of the samurai?
I'm going to let them all do that. It's down to like it's just me versus one. If like I let all the 99 people take care of their business, I just hide in a closet for however long it takes.
Okay.
And then it's 1 versus 1. I think I've got a decent. I mean, I like that odds. It's 50% chance.
You don't have a 50% chance against the samurai who just killed 98 samurai. You kidding me?
You don't have a 50% chance against a regular person. Just we pluck out off of the streets of Florida. Forget about a samurai from the 1800s.
Well, I'd still I've got a 5% chance. That's better than anything else we've been presenting. Maybe.
Okay, that's you can pick that. You do not have a 5% chance against a samurai.
If he gets to
who
be
knows
sneaky,
it's you? As soon as they know it's you.
He doesn't know.
It's gonna have to be really. I guess the sneaky thing could work for him. You're right.
It's not like a cage
right?
fight where he has like a literal 0% chance unless the samurai has a heart attack.
Right.
Like it's.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You could be like, "Hey, samurai, last samurai guy, I found the other one, and I will take you to him." And then you're like, "Ha ha! You're now in your room full of tigers, and I'm just gonna watch them kill you." Ha ha! And then you would say it like that.
Yeah, Jones always tries to get people to go into a room full of tigers. That's the thing about Jones.
I got a chip away at the work. I got a bigger play to rehearse. I gotta live today like I'm in the race. Show the world I know my own worth. Heavyweight to burden, I persevere. Been persevering since birth. Fight for what we deserve until we reunite Mother Earth. We're rewriting the rule book, rewiring our brains. Deep dive in the framework, yeah, we can be the change. Future's ours to claim if we grab it by the reins. Break the chain, we're gonna make it rain. We did not come to play.